All right, let's see how this goes. I gotta move my chair just a little bit. All right, guys, I'm in a horrible spot, but I'm making it work. See if I get it. Anybody to come in. We just got the rods in the water. Nobody in the channel yet, but whatever. It's gonna be my first live. We'll see how this goes. I know I got the sun in my face. I had to set up this way, and it's kind of on an incline, so yeah. It is what it is. We gonna do it. What's up, Chunky? Hold on, let me set my. Oh man, I almost forgot this. Oh no, look at this rookie mistake. Yeah, there we go. My mic should be a little bit better. It got unplugged when I was walking. I didn't even notice it. Oh man, here we go. All right, that looks good. Oh boy. Yeah, Chunky, so we just got here. We just got all the rods in the water. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. Like I said, the sun is right here. So technically I'm on a hill, so it's not the best place to sit, but I'm making it work. So it is what it is. It is what it is. You're gonna see sun on half my face, but oh, yo, the hike was mean, bro. The hike was not what I was expecting. It was not what I was expecting. It was way worse than I thought. Oh man, it was pretty bad. But hey, we're gonna see how the spot is. Hopefully we get some fish in here. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. Good morning, good morning. How's it going, Mike Turner? My first live, so we'll see if we get some good fish today. Oh man. At least I can see the poles pretty decent. Oh boy. Yeah, Doug, man, the hike, there's a lot of bedrock and stuff you kind of have to climb over, and I mean, for most of the part, luckily most of the part the trail is pretty good, but there is a lot of dangerous spots. Like you kind of have to climb, and then there's like you have to walk in the water a little bit to kind of get over this one area. So if I come back to the spot, definitely I'll be packing a little bit lighter than what I packed today. You definitely cannot bring a cart. You cannot bring a cart at all here. So, but I mean, I got my camera equipment out, got my fishing poles, got my backpack. I got a chair. So, like I said, the chair's not this area's not the greatest spot for my chair, but I'm making it work. All right. Oh boy. So Chunky, the poles don't look too bad. What do you think about the white one? The white one is the only one that I think that you really can't see too. I mean, you can see it, but it's the only one that doesn't stand out as great. So it's interesting to be able to see that on the camera. Yeah, your kind of terrain. It's very close to, like, it's actually worse than Donkey Island terrain. I'll say that. It's worse than Donkey Island. It makes the hike to Donkey Island look like nothing compared to this one. So definitely a lot worse. It's like the Donkey Island hill the whole way. But you know, as far as like it's steep, there's a lot of like ups and downs the whole way. But we'll see how it goes. So I got another buddy out. I got another buddy out with me. He's probably about maybe 5 yards away up the bank over here. So he's got 2 rods in the water. I got 3. We just got them in. I said, forget it. Who cares if I was like, I'm just going to go live right away. We'll see how it goes. So, oh man. So, luckily at first I was wondering about my service. My service was acting stupid, even though when I had full bars. I kept on trying to change my thumbnail, and it did not want to let me change my thumbnail. And then it finally changed. I was like, I had full bars. So I was like, okay, hopefully I don't have any issues going live here. You go into these areas not closer to the city, you know, service gets a little bit finicky in some of these spots, especially out in the woods. Oh, we getting a tap already. You saw that? White one. How should we do this? Maybe the closest one is 1. Maybe we'll do 1, 2, 3. Orange being the third. Yeah, the current is actually pretty strong. Yeah, the white one just got hit. It got a little baby tap. But the current here is actually, it's pretty good. So you say you didn't come here to be quizzed? Oh man, it's actually warming up. Let me tell you something. When I first got out here, it was extremely cold, and then now it's heating up quick. It is heating up quick. So that's pretty interesting. Yeah, white rod. I'm just gonna do white rod. The closest to me is number 1, then green's number 2, and then number 3 for the whisker seeker, orange and black. So just so everybody knows, the white rod is a team catfish. Then I got the Hellcat green medium heavy. All these are medium heavies, and then I got the whisker seeker. And drink coffee. Just ran out of coffee. Hey, look, I got up so early. I just did a Red Bull. No coffee for me this morning. My wife is the one that gets the coffees anyway. So what's going on, Chad? Murillo? Am I coming to CatCon? Probably not. My job. I'll probably be out here working. But while y'all at CatCon, I'll try to do some fishing videos. So while y'all are at a conference, I'll be fishing, okay? Oh, man. Fishing the Dream, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. I appreciate everybody. I mean, like I said, this is my first live, so anybody coming in, thank you so much. Like I said, we'll see how this goes. I already got one bite, a tap on number 1, the white. So we'll see how it goes. It's warming up. The water is moving here. There's quite a bit of current. Maybe 200 yards upriver is straight rapids. So it's pretty. The water moves here. So we'll see how the fish are biting in this spot. I mean, I saw the weekend reports. People were killing it over the weekend. One guy caught a 77-pounder. I know Ernie, I think he caught a 35-pounder yesterday. And then who else? I know there was a 40-pounder caught too. So it's been a pretty good weekend. And then another guy I saw that's on my IG, he caught a 50+. So hopefully it carries over into this Monday. I know Haz is going to be going live. He said he's going live down closer to Fletcher's. I'm above him, so we'll see how the bite varies from location to location. He's supposed to be going live, I think, somewhere around 9:30. So I'm really curious to see how this bite goes today. Hey, appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yeah, after going live with Chunky a few times and seeing how he does it, and getting used to talking to everybody in the chat, I've been waiting to kind of do my live until I can get some of these better spots, and the weather was a little bit better, and today was just such a good day. Had today off, so I was like, let's do a live. So, like I said, not one of the best spots to do a live because of the terrain, but I made it work. I set it up. It's going to be kind of hard to cast. You can't really tell, but I'm in a little section where there's a tree right here. There's trees kind of through here that you can kind of see, but it kind of blocks the casting zone. The current is going down this way, so kind of where my poles are anchored out. Yeah, the weather's nice. It was cold this morning. I got the suit on. I'm probably gonna be taking it off soon because it was cold, and then it's heating up quick. It is heating up quick. Any bites? Yeah, we got one bite so far on that's my wife right there. I got one bite. I just got him in the water. The hike was kind of crazy, so it took us a little bit to get over here. So, but just got one little tap. See how this goes. And then, like I said, I got another buddy. He's like right over here. He's got 2 poles in the water. No taps for him yet, but so we got 5 poles out here total. We'll see what we can pull out. Like I said, I'm hoping the bite is good with how good everybody else has been doing this weekend. Hopefully it wasn't a fire weekend.
Oh, here we go.
Ah, that's the big bait. He tapped it. Gosh. It's muddy here, by the way. You got a bite? Oh, he's got a bite. That's the big bait. I forgot to tell you guys, this one has a bigger bait. The other 2 are all small. And for bait, we're using shad. Is he on? All right, so a bite at the exact same time. We got a bite at the exact same time. He just got his fish. Yeah, don't slip. It's muddy out here. It's muddy. There's straight mud in the ground. I actually don't have my drag set that tight on my reels because the dirt here is not that secure. So I had to be really careful about my drag. So you probably won't see extreme takedowns today because the ground's just not strong enough to hold my rod holders, and I don't want my rods to go right in the water. How is it? 8 to 10? They hit at the exact same time. As soon as my bite hit, your rod hit like right after. That's not bad. That's a good one. Yeah, I'm hoping I get a big one today. We'll see how it goes. Let me tell you something. This spot right here is known for big fish, so we'll see. That's why, look, Chunky knows I got one big bait. I always do one big bait and then the rest are small. So I got one monster bait out there. I had to put a monster. So hopefully, I got 3 rods. So hopefully, even though I got a monster bait, we still get some fish out there, on the other 2 if they're only smaller fish out. So we'll see how this goes. You want to bring it over? He just caught one. I think it's like, he said 5 to 10 pounds or 8 to 10 pounds, he said. It looks pretty good. New peepee today? I'm hoping, man. I'm hoping. Look, let me tell you something. This is good. This is a good spot, I think. We'll find out. Here comes Anwar with his fish. Okay. That was quick. I mean, look, I had that first bite. I had a little tap on the white, and then right when we both got our tap, so that's, how long we been? I've only been live 12 minutes. So 12 minutes. Here, come in the shot. Come in the shot. Right, here you go, Anwar with the first fish of the day, a little bit further upstream than me. Not bad.
Yeah, not bad.
Not bad at all. Here we go, first fish, 12 minutes in, and I already got 2 taps, so we'll see how this goes. That's what's up. Good way to start off the stream. We getting bites out here, so the bite is on. Hopefully there's some big ones out here, but hey, we'll take any fish that we get. Yeah, he finally caught a fish. No, this is actually his second fish of 2022. This is his second fish of 2022. He caught one when we were out, like last time we were out at Jones Point, he caught a little baby one. Yeah, nice. Yeah, this is his second fish of 2022. So, like I said, it's looking good. The spot's looking good. What I'll do is, like I said, I got 2 smaller baits out there and then 1 monster bait. If the smaller baits get tapped the way they were, I mean, they're not super small, but I mean, they're about the size that size chunks me and Chunky were using on his live stream. We'll see how they go. If I get another tap and just they're playing around with it, I might reduce the size of the bait a little bit more. We'll see. How big was the bait that you used? So you used a tiny piece? Medium? Oh no, that's a chunk. All right, so he bit on a big piece. That's pretty big. So he didn't use he used a big bait, not a small bait. That first fish that he caught was on a bigger bait. His piece was probably about that big. My smaller pieces are maybe about that big round. so definitely a huge difference. So I mean, it bit the bigger bait. It swallowed the whole thing up. They're playing with mine so far. Oh man, let's see what's going on. Oh, come on, same one. Hit it. They keep tapping on this one. He keeps playing with the same one. When you cast it out, did you hit the current or did you hit right before the current? All right, so this bait, the rest of them are closer in. This one is the only one that's in the current. It's the one getting hit. So they must be in the faster moving current. We'll see if these two get hit or not. If they don't, I'm probably gonna have to recast them. Yeah, I'm hoping for a 70 pounder. Fishing the Freedom, good morning. Appreciate you coming in. I'm getting tons of bites over here, but they short biting me. My Anwar, my friend over here, he just got one. So hopefully they stop short biting me and hurry up and just take the bait and swallow it and start running. And then, like I said, somebody, if you guys look earlier, I already slipped over here, but the ground here is not that stable. It's pretty muddy, so my drags are not set extremely tight. So I'm gonna have to set the hooks myself, most likely, because of the way my drags are set. Don't want any of my poles flying into the water, so that's just gonna be how it is, unfortunately. And I could go to a little bit of, I could set up the poles in another area that I could set my drag tighter, but it's kind of a hill going straight up this way. It's a hill, so I can set my poles there, but I wouldn't be able to put them in the screen. So it is what it is. I had to put them here. This is the only location, especially with the trees that are all around me. We're kind of in a little spot with there's only like a couple spots here that don't have like full coverage on the trees that we can actually cast out on. The other spot that you can cast from, I wouldn't be able to set up a camera, but it's over here by the rocks. So we'll make it work. So far, most of the hits have been further out into the current. I have these two rods right here, the Hellcat and the Team Catfish are a little bit closer in. They're not all the way out in the current. So far, his fish came from the current as well. So I might recast them. We'll see. I wanted to have one in the current, two kind of like midway to kind of see where the bite was, more shallow or deeper. So we'll see how that goes. So far, the deep water is where they're at right now. Steve Austin, thanks for coming in. Scrap Down, what's going on? Or Scrap Man Down, my bad. Flathead or blues. There actually are both here. We're going for blue catfish, but I don't have any live bait, even though you can get flatheads off of non-live bait, but there are both here. So far we're targeting blues, hoping for some monsters. We'll see how it goes. But there are flatheads that are caught here all the time. I haven't seen any flatheads caught in a while yet, though. I don't think it's warm enough. Nobody's really been catching them yet. But this is a really rocky area, and there are a lot of flatheads out here. Hopefully the next time it taps my bait, he hits it. If I don't get a tap on this one coming here soon, I'm gonna reel it back in, check the bait. Hopefully he didn't steal it. We are not using any eel today. We're using all shad. And shad, while it does hold really well on the hook, it's still a fish and it can come off a little bit. It can come off a little bit easier. So if I get taps and no fish after a couple times, I might have to reel it in and just check it. What did Chunky say? 50 pounder flathead. That'd be nice. That'd be nice. I mean, they're here. So hopefully a 50 pounder does come out. I mean, look, there's been nothing but big fish caught this weekend. Hopefully there's another big one caught today. That's all I can say. So, yeah, that would be a big fight. Flatheads definitely do fight well. The blues here do as well. See, we're 20 minutes in. We have one fish. Anwar caught one fish. I'm on 0 so far. I've had 2 or 3 taps, but all light taps, and he's only had 1 tap with a catch. And his came off a bigger bait than what I'm using on my other 2 poles. So we'll have to see. Maybe I need to go to bigger baits. We'll see. But for right now, I'm going to keep the 2 smaller baits out. This one has a bigger bait. The only thing is our bites are coming from more so in the deeper areas. So we'll have to kind of keep watching that. And I might have to just go ahead and recast these 2 and hit all deep water. We'll see. Gonna leave these two in the more shallows for a little bit and kind of see what happens. And I'll probably have to check bait soon on that on number 3, just to make sure it didn't get stolen. I found out yesterday that Potomac, you can't eat fish from the Potomac. No, you can eat fish from the Potomac. It just, so especially this part of the Potomac, you can eat fish from here for sure, for sure. I mean, you just don't want to eat fish, you know, too close to Potomac, and then below the Woodrow Wilson Bridge, a lot of people eat fish from there as well. Especially the closer that you get further down south, closer to the ocean, towards like 301, people will definitely eat fish out down there for sure. It's not as, water's not as polluted. So, but up here the water is crystal clear. I mean, the water's nice out here. It gets filtrated by all the rocks. As you see, it's a real rocky area. Yeah, like Chunky said, you just can't eat a lot. I mean, and I think they say that with any fish, you know, you just don't, you know, certain areas and fish in general, you just don't want to eat a whole bunch. It's about how much you eat. But like I said, if I personally were going to eat a fish, I would eat one from up here or below the Jones Point Bridge. So, Woodrow Wilson Bridge. That's where I would eat a fish from if I caught one. See, we got 20 people. Appreciate everybody coming in. 18 thumbs up on my screen. That's nice. Appreciate everybody's support. And it's early too, so I wasn't expecting, I don't know, I was telling Chunky, I wasn't expecting crazy amount of people to come in this morning with how early I got up. And then I was gonna kind of wait to see if I was gonna go live until a little bit later. I was like, should I wait till we get you know, a little bit after we got our polls situated, see how everything kind of looks and see how, because I was just gonna start and just do a little recording, but I decided, hey, let's just go ahead and go live. So, because I wanted to see, one, with how muddy it is, get the drag right just before I set up my polls. England, okay. Good morning, Papa. If you have the way to share it, please do. Appreciate it, Chunky. Thanks for getting everybody to share it. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Chunky, I got my new phone coming into the mail today. This phone right here. Oh my gosh, because it's the flip, you know, the fold open phone. On the main screen it's smaller. Looking at the chat, I'll tell you what, your phone is, because I can't wait for my other phone to come in. Looking at the chat on this one, because of how skinny it is, it kind of goes a little bit quicker. It's a little bit of annoying, because I hate having to tap the screen to look up. Definitely can't wait till my other phone comes in today. I was debating on waiting until the phone came in to do my first live, but I was hoping today would be a really good day. We'll see how it goes. Any taps? Anwar? Slow? Nothing? Anwar calling Chunky Papa Potomac. Oh man. Oh, Chunky, tell me, how does the mic sound? What do you think about this mic? Does it sound good? Is it clear? I'm curious. How does it sound? I have everything plugged in good, so I'd even do a test to make sure it was working all right. But I mean, I'm pretty sure it sounds a lot. If it is working, it sounds a lot better than the phone mic. And then for anybody that comes in, we're in a lot of trees. So if you see me later when I'm casting, I cannot just cast straight out. I kind of have to cast through a little hole. So it's going to be quite interesting. And then all the poles are kind of going through the middle of the trees. So that's why I'm only set up at this angle. And that's just how it is. So looks good, sounds good. All right, perfect. Yeah. Best mic you've heard okay. In a bit. Oh, okay, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, I was curious how this mic would work out. Thank you for everybody coming in. Like I said, it's quiet right now. First 15 minutes we were getting bites and we got one fish. It looked like it was gonna be going nonstop, and then it slowed down. Like I said, I might have to check this rod. The one that's further out could have had its bait stolen. I'll probably give it like another couple minutes, and I'm about to just rebait it up or at least check it. We're running all shad today. I know Anwar's got mullet, so he's running mullet right now. So we'll see. We'll see if the mullet or the shad does better. You got a fish? You got it? Yeah, a fish playing with his line. See, he's on that current. I might have to cast out further. Look like he's got a big one. Is it big? Looks like he might have got a big one. Okay, we might have our first big fish of the day. Oh man, I'm gonna have to recast my lines here soon. The current is where it's at, unfortunately. I got two of them for closer in. And yeah, maybe that was not the case, because so far my only line that got hit is out further. And he's still reeling this fish in. It looks like it could be big. I would turn the camera around, but it's, like I said, it's a big hill here, so he's kind of a little bit further away. I wouldn't even really be able to, it's a lot of trees and stuff in the way. I wouldn't even really be able to get in the lens. Is it pulling drag? We'll see how this fish looks. He's still reeling it in. He's casting kind of far out there. He's using his surf poles. I only brought my shorter rods, so I'm not hitting as deep. How is it? A little bit bigger? Was a little bit bigger. He be playing around sometimes. It's a little bit bigger. He might be like, oh, it's a little bit bigger, say 20 or 30 pounds. Yeah, bring it over. Why are you acting like it's a monster? He's playing games. I told you. Look, he's like, oh, it's a little bit bigger. I knew he was lying. What is that like? That looks like 30. It's like what, 20s. Yeah, it's 20 something. At least 20 probably. All right, we got a good one out. So it looks like all the fish are in the deeper water. They're in the current. Boom, here we go. Go ahead, hold it up. Get a little bit further back. Get that whole fish in there. Boom, there we go. Second fish of the day from Anwar. Go hold it on his side so they can see that. Like you don't want to hold the fish. They said, let's see it. Doug said, come on, man. Doug said, bring that big boy in there. There we go. We got a bigger one of the day. Anwar got his second fish. Look, this is his third fish of 2022.
Yo.
Third fish.
I can't do fishing. How long?
Yeah, look,
like
my man was on
September.
he was on a dry streak going out, didn't catch a fish for like 2 months straight. And we not talking about he went out way more than once or twice. We talking about he went out at least 10 times, didn't catch anything. Well, that streak is broken. The new spot is killing it. Yeah, the new spot is killing it. I'm gonna have to cast out further. I'm gonna have to check the bait on this one because it's the only one that's been hit and get them out in the deeper. Yeah, it's at least 24, 30 pounds, I think. So they're coming from the current for sure. Look at that one. This one looks like it might be tangled up. I'm at the, how are your lines over there? Looks like it might have been a gar. Something was tearing on my bait, was eating the meat off of it. Yeah, look, something was eating the meat off. So that's why I wasn't getting any fish. It was just tearing it up. Probably a gar. Whatever was hitting mine was just taking chunks off. I hate casting here. All right, we hit the deeper water. A little bit of a hard cast because of everything that's right here, but what? You fell in the water? Oh man, you're lucky I didn't get that on live. Probably gonna get at least one more out deep. Let's get this one out further. Oh, you can. There's definitely a lot of rocks over here where I'm at. I can feel them bumping on the way back. Yeah, it's rocky right here for sure. Because I'm tapping stuff all the way on the whole entire reel back. How is it casting over there? Is there a good opening? This spot sucks. But I mean, it's a good spot for the camera. That's all I can say, but well, damn. That head flew off on that one. I got that joint all the way out there finally, but head flew off. What'd you say? Ah, you see that? Look, right here, got stuck on a rock. Right here, bro. Literally right there. There's a ledge or something right here. I felt it on the first reel back in. Look, right here in front of me. I definitely, the water goes kind of a drop down, so I definitely can't walk out and grab it. You said don't go in there? Yo, it's slippery over here too. You said I bust your ass? It's it looks like the water goes pretty it drops down pretty deep right there. I think there's a huge ledge or something. God darn. Well, I guess we should have did a reel in test to see how that felt first. That's crazy. I didn't get stuck out there, but I'm gonna get stuck. It's probably because of all the trees and stuff that are right here. There's probably a tree right there. Look at that. Of course, I got 80-pound line on there too. I'm not gonna dig the line in. I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna go ahead and put wrap it on my thing. Wrap it on the grip so I don't keep on digging my line in. Is there a ledge over there? Yeah, it snapped. Whatever I snagged on right there took everything. Whatever it was. Well, cast it when I recast it out there, I hit a really long cast, but bait came off when I was trying to hit the further cast. On my way back in, the first time when I was reeling it back in, you could feel something like a ledge right here in the water. I don't know if it's a tree branch because we got a lot of stuff down here. Maybe it could be a root, but definitely bumping along the bottom. So, so yeah, I mean, I just got snagged. I have to re-rig this one up real quick. What about further down? Is there more open land like closer down there? It doesn't look like it. And we already know further up there's nothing but mountain. So this might be the only shore spot we can hit. You said what? Oh, there is? It's kind of near that rock. I might have to move. I don't know. We'll see. Because I definitely don't want to be getting jammed up anytime I reel in. Luckily, I had some pre-tied rig. Just all I had to do is just pop it on. Let's use a smaller piece of bait on this one. This spot's almost perfect if it wasn't for this tree branch right here. I know, I might have to try to break it or something, but I don't know, it looks kind of thick. That's literally the only spot messing my casting up is right there. If it wasn't for that, I'd be able to cast in this spot easy. The problem is trying to hit those further casts with that branch right there. There we go. Switch this one up. Cool. All right, well, that took forever. See what I miss. Anglerholics, how's it going? Yeah, this place is definitely a sacrificial weight spot. I mean, so looks like there's not a lot of snags out there because we've already reeled a couple in. There's literally like a cliff right before you get back to shore. Could be like roots or something because there's a lot of trees in the water here. Probably hit roots or something. Who knows? But we'll see. At least I got new bait on the Whisker Seeker black and orange. They're kind of all mixed up now because the way one is bending. But I got new weight on the Whisker Seeker. I mean, not new weight, but new bait. So fresh bait on there. I got 2 rods now further on the deep, 1 closer in. So, because all the bites seem to be coming out from inside the current, the deeper water. All the bites are coming from out there. So we'll see how it goes now. Plus got some new scent out there, so we already know how that scent goes. Anglerholics telling Chunky, hey, how's it going? Oh man. I gotta break this skunk real quick. Keep getting little taps. Anwar over here killing me today. Oh man. It's the first time I'm not really using my surf poles. Uh-oh. Dang, got a bug climbing on my neck. First time I'm not using my surf poles, so I'm not casting as far out. Anwar's using 2 13-foot poles. The river's not as wide here, so I didn't think I would need it, but definitely not hitting the real deep water right now. All right. How's the bite? So we caught, I've caught 0, but my buddy already caught 2. So he caught The first, no, you caught 2, right? Yeah, 2. So the first one was like maybe like 5 to 10 pound range, 8 to 10 pounds. The second one was over 20, maybe 24 to 30. So not bad. I mean, and I've already gotten a few taps, but I already know whatever was tapping my first line when I reeled it in definitely wasn't a catfish because it was taking chunks off the bait. So it was most likely a gar. So it was just eating, chewing on my bait, having some food. So eating some breakfast. Hopefully I get an actual catfish bite. So far though, all the bites have been coming from the deeper water. Some of my baits that I threw in the more shallows, at least in this location, shallow has not hit one time yet. Every bite has been in the current, in the deeper water. So we'll see. I just moved 2 of my rods out to the deep water. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, gars are out, tearing my bait up, chewing it up, giving me little false little hits. Every time I went to go try to reel it in, it was like, nope. I hate the gar bite. So definitely, I haven't had any gar bites in a while. I know Chunky and I had talked about that before. You know, when there's no bite, you're like, dang, sometimes you just wish for gar bites. Now I'm like, oh man, I don't even want a gar bite. Come on, let me just get a catfish. Sitting there chewing my bait up, eating all the guts and stuff off my bait, so there's not as much scent. No meat. Listening and driving. Has you on your way to your fishing spot? Man, I'm hoping it's fire down there. Like I said, well, we're 42 minutes in, caught 2 fish. We've had more a couple other bites, but I think they were all gars, so hopefully the bite is fire over there. We'll see. I didn't even look at tide today. I didn't even check that out. We just came up here. So I don't even know what the tide is right now. The rods are silent. Oh man. See what we got. All right, I didn't miss really anything. So far, as far as bait, like I said, I'm running shad. Anwar, he's running all mullet. Are you using the chicken? Was any of that chicken or just mullet? Anwar. Yo, was that all mullet or chicken? All right, so all of his bites have been off mullet so far. So mullet is 2 versus 0 on the shad so far. But like I said, he is casting deeper. I do not have my surf rods today. No surf poles. I had to make it so that they were a little bit brighter out here. You know, even though this black and orange is not as bright as these two, but I had to bring something that's a little bit more visible for the camera. I like running my surf poles a little bit more, but I've already talked to Chunky. We're gonna have to change some stuff up, either do some color or do some wraps or something on them so that you guys can see them on the camera. Other than that, it'd be kind of just looking like more so looking like, at least this one has the orange on the tips going up so you can see it, but it'd be hard to view. I mean, you can already see the black portions of this rod. And this is daytime. You can't see it that great, so. Definitely got to have some high vis rods, otherwise doing lives it definitely does not work. So those black rods that I got, my favorite surf poles, I'm just gonna have to go ahead and wrap them up or color them, paint them up, make sure that they're high vis on the camera. So it's definitely slowing down though. We got one not that low. We're having like little spurts here and there. Oh boy. The weather is definitely getting nicer. When we got out here, I know the weather was closer to 29, 30. It's got to be closer to 50s now. My suit is almost to the point where I don't even need it anymore. I mean, I really don't need it now, but it's not hot yet, so at least I don't have to take off. In a little bit, I'll probably have to take it off and just have because I got sweats and lighter clothing underneath. But it's definitely cooling down. Yeah, in the 60s today. Yeah, it's gonna be 60s later. The only reason I wore this is because early this morning it was gonna be cold. Like the increase in temps. If you looked at the for us over here, if you looked at the weather report, it just went 10, like within an hour it was jumping like 10 degrees. So yeah, I mean it was cold this morning from the time that we got out here because we started. I got up like around 6:30 this morning. Got out here close to around 7:30, and then we had to make the hike. So get all the gear and get everything set up and then hike out. But, oh man. Let's see, what is the chat? Chat silent. Oh man. Haz, if you're still on, you going out by yourself or are you going out with a couple people? You said they're calling for rain. Also calling for rain tonight. Yeah, I think I saw that, but it was pretty late, wasn't it? I just know it wasn't during the time frame that I'm gonna be out here, so I wasn't too worried. Good morning and good luck. Thank you, Steve. Steve Locke, I appreciate it. Like I said, I've caught 0 so far, but my fishing buddy that's a little bit further up, he's already caught 2. So and then I've already got some bites, but I'm pretty sure they were gar bites the way my bait was tore up. So not bad so far. At least we caught 2. So I'm using shad. He's using mullet. Mullet's winning so far. Mullet is killing it so far. We'll see though. Like I said, the only difference is I'm not getting out as far as he is. I did not bring my surf rods today, so I am not hitting. So the side that we're currently on, the deeper waters on the other side of the river. So I'm not. I just got 2 of the rods somewhat in the deeper water, so we'll see. So hopefully these last 2 casts that I did will make a difference because now like my one bait that was getting hit earlier was in the deeper water. So now I have 2 baits in the deep water, one kind of closer in. So they keep it, to make sure that I'm not going all deep. But the channel side is definitely killing it so far if you can cast into it. You had, yeah, mullet was doing good for you, man. Maybe mullet's where it's at right now. Yo, mullet is a stinky fish. I mean, every time we've used mullet, oh my gosh. I mean, the scent on mullet is just it's horrible. Your hands stink. I mean, don't get me wrong. Shad has like a stench on your hand, but it's just not the same as mullet. It is just not the same. Mullet just has that rotten type smell to me, in my opinion. Anwar just reeled one of his baits and he over here smelling it. What you smelling the bait for? What you making sure it still smells good? I look out the corner of my eye. He's over here. He reeled his bait and he got it right next to his nose. Like I'm like, what are you doing? Guess he wanted to make sure it was still stinking and smelling fresh before he threw it back out. He trying to get a new position in the water. Oh my gosh. Yo, what did you just crossed me? I'm telling you, look where my lines are going. Oh, this guy. I hope he didn't hit me. Huh? I'll be fine. I hope so. Man, Doug, you see this? Yeah, if you see my rod go down here in the next 2 seconds, it's because his bait is dragging on mine. Yo, man, what is this guy doing right now? Oh my gosh. He caught 2 fish today, and now he out here casting wild. I'm like, come on, man. He's maybe 20, 30 yards from me, or casted upriver on a tide going on. Because, I mean, look, the tide only goes, even though the tide comes up and down, but the water only goes one way on the top surface, and it's down that way towards him, and he casting up towards me. Oh my gosh. I could definitely see you don't have any trees over top of you over there. You could cast straight out. It's an open spot. Yeah, I messed up going here. But there's no flat ground for me to put a chair and do a camera there, though, right? Doug said that 20-pounder got you hyped. It sure did. It sure did. Look, like we had said, that is his second or no, that's his third fish of 2022 right there. He's like, oh man, I already got a 20-pounder. He's like, oh look, that's his 2022 PB. That's not his PB, but his 2022 PB right there. Third fish in like 4 or 5 months. Gosh darn. Every time you go fishing with me, I'd be always catching fish and he'd just be sitting there. We joked and just said every time he came out, he was there for emotional support while I caught fish. Now I'm out here for the emotional support. I'm on live. I ain't caught nothing. He's over here catching 2 fish on my first live stream. Oh my gosh. Oh man. But I will say this, like I said, we'll have to see how this goes because there's not many places that you can set up here. So I can't really switch too many spots in this location, at least areas that I can have the camera on. If I wasn't going live, I'd definitely be fishing a different spot. But I mean, if you're gonna go live, you just have to make it work. So like I said, I made this work. I'm kind of on a hill right now. That's my chair is kind of like this leaning. I'm sitting more towards the front. I can't sit back. But hey, we're making it work. Hopefully the bites pick up. I was at least getting gar bites. Now we're not getting any action. No action. So, and we're running the baits, like I said, the baits, we're not running big baits. Normally I run monster baits. I did have one head out there, but on the rebait, it cast it off and I didn't feel like putting another head on there. So I'm running all smaller baits right now. No monster baits. So I will go back to at least one monster bait later, but I'll go ahead and see how this goes first. Try to at least get one on the board. Got to get at least one fish on the board. This area has I don't know if they're like wild onions, but it legit smells like onions all over the place. Like you're in the kitchen and somebody's cutting up fresh onions. That's what it smells like all over here. I don't know why. Doug, you going out fishing today? I know you were at Anacostia. You said the last time you went out, right? Because I know that's been your go-to spot recently. I mean, people have been doing good over there. These rods are just so silent. So on the way over here, you could tell somebody must come fish somewhere close to here a lot because they hit some rod holders kind of closer to trees. So when we're walking down, there's just rod holders. They must have, that way they don't have to hike their rod holders out. They just leave them out here. So I thought that was funny. There was two rod holders just sitting in the ground, just chilling next to a rock, behind a rock. So silent. No rods going off, nothing. Hey, you say you about to finally go back to Fletcher's area. That's what we were talking about the other day. Look, I think Haz is going out there by Fletcher's. I'm hoping, look, after seeing that 77-pounder come out from that area, look, whew, you go over there, you might kill it. I don't know. If you go out there, you gotta let me know if you catch any big fish. I've been talking about going to the spot, so I was like, let me go ahead and hit something different. Yeah, I haven't been out there. Last time I've been out to Fletcher's was, I mean, technically you can count, I was up near the 123 bridge, so I guess that's Fletcher's area. So I was there not that long ago, but On the actual Fletcher's DC side, I haven't been over there probably since maybe like December as well. I haven't been out there in a while. I know the last time I was over there, we had to light a fire because it was so cold. So we had a little fire on the beach. It was freezing. But at least that area, you could bring your cart. No carts over here. You got to hand carry everything. That hike is definitely better than over here. So if you kill it, let me know. I don't know. We'll sit out here. We're going to try this spot out. I've been talking about it. So even though there's not, I just, at least for the future, I know if I come out here and I'm going to do a live, I'm going to be forced to only this spot or maybe right over there. Yeah, I think a big fish. This area is known for big fish. Like I said, my only problem, you know, first time being over here in this exact area, but at least on this side of the river. I've been on Virginia side of the river, but this area, oh man, it's not many places to set up. The Virginia side, there's nothing but flat ground over there, and of course, the Virginia side is where the channel is. So I might have to go on Virginia side next time. You said you lit a fire too. I know. Look, during the winter over there, that's a good thing about Fletcher's. There's, you know, you could go ahead and set up a fire. At least you can stay warm if you go in that area. A lot of areas out here, you're not allowed to set up fires along the bank, but at least over there you can. But yeah, when we went out there, I know we were out there, set up a fire. I think we maybe caught one fish, if any. It was a horrible bite, but hey, at least we could stay warm and fish over there. So that's a good thing about Fletcher's. You know, there's like it's a good area to fish. I definitely love Fletcher's. I prefer Fletcher's on a boat more than on shore, but I definitely love Fletcher's. The bite slowed down. We were getting taps. We had Anwar caught 2. I'm at 0. I was getting 2 taps, but it slowed down. We're in that little slow period. What time is it? Sorry, guys. Okay. I've almost been alive for an hour. Probably if I don't get a bite in the next, if I don't get a fish in the next 45 minutes, I'll give it 45 minutes. I might try to find another location, either back up this way or a little bit downriver to kind of set up at, because I know there's fish here, so it could just be the spot that I'm at. Like I said, I wanted to fish this area. I'm not fishing the exact spot that I wanted to fish due to being able to set up the camera, but like I said, worst case scenario, we'll move it around a little bit if I'm not getting any bites. I'm definitely not going to sit forever in one spot if it's the only spot that I can go live if there's no fish biting. So we'll see. We already rebaited most of the poles up, so it's not that it's not this because I'm not using fresh bait, so that's not the issue. Oh man. Tell them to break out the carp gear. I actually have stuff for carp right now. I could go for carp, but hey, look, man, I just got a feeling today's a PB type day. So look, that's what I'm going for. I'm looking for a monster. Looking for a monster. But like I said, I got baits on there. I had to put the smaller baits for the first live. So, you know, I got some smaller baits out there right now. So normally I'd have all monster baits. If I had 3 rods, all 3 would have monster baits looking for a big boy. But hey, we're doing. See how it goes. I got plenty of bait today, so especially if they're biting like this. Oh man, if they're biting like this, I'm gonna have tons of bait. Weather is definitely getting extremely nice. There's tons of these, I don't know what kind of bug this is, but there's tons of them over in this spot. They're all over the place. There's only one rod that I haven't put new bait on, and that's That's the Hellcat. So I'll probably have to reel that one and freshen it up here in a minute. Make sure that get some new scents out there, see if that helps. But if not, definitely gonna be switching spots. Any more taps over there? Yeah, I didn't think so. I didn't see your rods moving at all. I can only see one of your poles. I can see one of your rods, but I can't see the other one. Anwar's gonna bring out the carp gear. Like I said, I got the gear. I just don't got carp bait. I have gear over there for it. Good morning. How's it going, Huckleberry? Appreciate you coming in. Thanks for the support. It's slow. We caught 2 fish. I've caught 0, but my buddy right over here, Anwar's caught 2. So slow for me though. Slow for me. Been out here live for about an hour and a minute. Thank you so much, Marlon. Appreciate it. Yeah, like I said, hopefully the bite turns on. I mean, it hasn't been horrible yet. Two fish in this spot, 0 for me, but we've got 2 so far on the live. It's not horrible, but could be better. Everything's still frozen. Where are you at, Shad? Where are you located? Luckily over here in Potomac, Potomac River hasn't been frozen, and I think we've been good for a couple weeks now. Or at least a week and a half. Yeah, 2 fish. I mean, 2 fish for Anwar. 0 fish for me. I'm skunking out here. Oh, man. Central Ohio. Okay. Yeah, look, we were struggling over here on the Potomac River. We had ice all over the place. It was a good struggle for a while, but our temps, if you look out on the weather report for the next couple weeks, our temps are going to be good. We're gradually climbing, slowly but surely. So, I mean, our area over here this past weekend, Saturday and Sunday, the fishing report was fire. Legit fire. Lots of 35s, 40-pound fish, a couple 50s, and then even a 77-pounder caught. So the Potomac River bite from shore, those were all shore bite. No, none of them were from the boat. So the shore bite definitely seems to be coming back. And like I said, I mean, it's slow today. I don't know how many fish those people actually caught for the day, but it's slow so far. But I'm hoping that we get at least a big monster out today. I mean, we already caught a 20-plus pounder, so hopefully we get some 40-plus fish today. That's really what I'm looking for. That's the goal, to reel in some monsters. I was already lucky. My biggest fish of 2022 so far was, I think, like 40 to 41 pounds. I caught that fish. I caught 3 fish that day. No, probably more than 3 fish. I caught a couple fish, but it was over in the around Fletcher's Cove, but up further in the falls. In the rapids, so legit in the rapids, but I caught some pretty good fish that day. Every bite was a monster pull. It was pretty nice. But so that's my biggest fish so far of 2022. So hopefully we could break it today. We'll see how it goes. The skunk is off the back at least. Yeah, not for me. Look, Anwar, like I said, Anwar has been skunking it for a while, but look, my man, he caught a fish last time we went out. He's already caught 2. He's definitely he's breaking his skunk off for sure. He is definitely breaking his skunk off. This area is pretty good to fish. I mean, it's not a good area if you want to be if you want to go live. It's not the greatest area. You know, due to the lack of spots, it's pretty rocky out here, and there's a lot of hills. And then the other issue is the shoreline's covered with trees. So being able to set your rods up in a way that can be on the stream and then still be able to cast out. But This is definitely a good spot. I know that this area has shown it's had some really big fish, so that's the good thing about this area. So like I said, as long as, you know, if it's slow like it is right now, I consider this slow, only 2 fish an hour. If it continues to be slow like this, it'll be all right as long as we get a monster. Like I said, that's really what I'm looking for. If I pull out a 40 plus today, I'll be happy. Hopefully, like I said, breaking my my 2022 PB. Hopefully we get something bigger than 40 plus, so that'll be the goal. But it is quiet now. Even Anwar's poles are just sitting there. They're flag pulling. Shoot! Straight up. No action, no taps, nothing. Like I said, when we first got here, there was at least some action right away. A lot of the poles were getting tapped. Like I said, I know I was getting hit by a gar though, so because my bait was tore up. But I mean, at least we were getting some action. There were some fish out there, at least messing with the baits. Now it's slowed down quite a bit. Like I said, in a minute, I'm probably gonna refresh in the Hellcat, put some fresh bait on there, get some new scents out there since it's been sitting now for about an hour. I'll probably just do it here in a minute, but definitely gonna get some new bait on that one. All right, Anwar, hopefully I'm about to refresh the bait on this one. Hopefully I don't hit that ledge on the way back. Boom. Dang. I probably won't use it because I got too much of this and I don't want to waste it. I don't want to waste it. I got too much. I probably should have pulled less packs out. See how this cast goes. Too bad I can't even walk in the water over here because it drops pretty quick. I would at least walk in the water to do this cast, but switch this up. All right, got another fresh bait out there. See how that goes. All right, let's see if fresh bait helps out. That green one, the Hellcat is still not in the deeper area. The other two poles are further out, but Don't want to have all of them in the deep spot, even though that's where the bite was for earlier. We'll see, make sure, just kind of keep them even. Keep some poles closer in. I have different rigs on all of them. I have some Sante rigs, and then one is considered more of a high-low, even only has one bait, but yeah, no problem, Mike Turner. Appreciate you staying in here. It is slow. It is slow. I'm trying to give you a show, but we'll see. Hopefully the bite picks up. Like I said, we've been out here in 1 hour and 11 minutes. Caught 2 fish. We've had a couple other bites. Most of the other bites looks like we're all gar, so it is still slow. We'll see. Hopefully it picks up. I mean, like I said, the bite this past weekend was fire, so I'm hoping that the bite here in a little bit picks up quite a bit. We'll see. If not, like I said, what I'll do is this is not the exact spot I wanted to set up at. So worst case scenario, I will try to just adjust my location the best I can. I'll have to look for any other spot where there's enough shore that I can, one, not only cast, but I don't know if the current's pulling on that or what. It's either that or somehow they got tangled on each other. I'm gonna have to watch that. Both pools are going down. These two are both bending at the same time. They might be touching, or it could be the current. The current is strong here, so I don't know which. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that. But yeah, like I said, this area is not the easiest area to fish and space out my lines because I'm literally throwing, because of the trees that are up here, I'm kind of throwing in a pocket. Yeah, I don't know. I can't tell. Like I said, those two lines are further out in the current, so it could be the current, could be the lines moving. They could be tangled on each other because, like I said, I cannot space my rods out that great here, so it's kind of it's interesting. But yeah, they are pulling. These two right here are kind of like the whisker seeker and the 1-ton team catfish. They are moving just a little bit, but it's definitely not a fish. Definitely looks more like current. Is the current moving your rods at all? All right, so it's moving yours now? Yeah, I think that these two, because they're further out there, I think the current's starting to move them a little bit. I'm hopefully that they're not snagged on each other. That would suck. Yeah, the guy that threw his lines across my line, yeah, that's probably what it is. Doug, if you're still on here, I think my man's must have got me snagged up when he cast it over top of me. It's either that or I'm snagged on this one. I must be in a rocky area. Yeah, this one's jammed up. Let's see if the other one's jammed up. Gosh darn. I might have to switch spots. Hopefully this one's not snagged. Yeah, it looks like if the current dragged both of them into the same spot. This one broke off. I might have to just find another shore location. I might just try at the tip over there. I don't know. That's the only other spot that we saw that we might be able to set up from. Because this little area trying to cast in this hole has been kind of trash. Yeah, I'm snagging like crazy over here. Yeah, see, there's like a lot of, and then closer in, you see all these tree branches, like there's trees growing in the water over here. Lost the weight and the hook on that one, and lost both of it on that one too. How is it over there? You getting snagged up over there, or does it seem clean? Yeah, I might have to move. We'll see. I'll give it a little bit longer at this location. I'm gonna put a smaller hook on too. I'm definitely, luckily I brought extra weights. I'm going through some weights over here. I think that's like my third snag over in this spot. The one was literally right next to shore. Yeah, I got some weird bugs all over the place over here. Is there a whole bunch of bugs over there? Huh? I must have picked a trash spot, bro. Let's see. What are people saying? Might be time to move. Yeah, man. I don't know. I'm not really feeling this spot. I didn't get to set up where I want, but the problem is if I want to go live, if I want to stay live, there's not many areas I can move to. That's the only issue. So, I mean, there's lots of places to fish here, but not a lot of places to fish live. So I don't know what kind of play about here. Up, am I getting a bite or is my line moving? Probably the current. Looks like the current. The current is strong here too. That's another thing. We're fishing like almost a fall, so let's see. Let me hurry up and rig this one up. I'm gonna give this spot a little bit longer and then I might try to move. Depends on how it goes. Yeah, I might come over there in a minute. Hold on, let me check this. I can't tell if it's the current or... Yeah, it's the current. You think there's a good enough spot to set up the camera? But even then, the bite's not that fire over there. We might have to go where we were originally wanted to set up. I might just have to try to find a spot over there. Because then because right here, I can't really cast further out in the deeper spots, but I mean, I'd be able to if there was no trees here, but I don't know. It's kind of hard to, I'm casting not with the tide, not with the current, so it's kind of messing me up. So we'll see. Let me hurry up and get this other one back in. Did the current pick up for you? Oh man. Sorry guys, this is Big Slim. How's it going? Where there's a will, there's a way. I know, look, man, I'm trying to make this spot work on live. I don't know, I probably should have I probably should have listened to myself and not gone live right away. I was kind of trying to see, because this is the first time at this exact spot. You know, normally you fish in different areas, but when you're going live, you kind of have to set it up different. I probably should have tested it a little bit first before I went live, but it is what it is. Live and learn. I'm gonna have to take this as a learning lesson, and we'll go from there. So it's not the best spot, but I try to make it work, and so far it is not working. So we'll see. We'll see. Like I said, there's first time I fished this exact spot was one of the only open areas that I could cast. So there's trees kind of right above me, making it a little bit harder to get to the further casts from where the fish are biting right now. Not only that, due to the way the trees are, I kind of have to cast straight out instead of more with the angle. So the current here is pretty strong. So seems like it's dragging me into snags due to the way that I have to cast. And then the few times that I didn't get snagged, I had a guard, and then the one time I reeled it in to switch out the baits, of course, there's seems like there's a ledge right on the way in, so if you reel too slow, I got snagged. Yeah, I know, Haz, I know. Look, I should have scouted this spot first. I should have waited to go live, man, but it is what it is. Hopefully we get a big fish from this spot. We already caught a 20-something, so, but we'll see what happens. This is definitely a snaggy spot, so we'll see. Like I said, I'm gonna give this spot a little bit longer and then try to move a little bit, maybe up. The only problem is the further I go up that way, where there's no bank. There is no bank out here, so at least no bank with tree where there's trees not all over the place. So that's the only problem. But we'll see what happens. I'm gonna try to make it work. Hopefully I can stick in this spot and the fish start biting and I stop getting snagged. Maybe I'll have to tie a rope to this tree branch and kind of pull it back a little bit or something. I don't know. We'll have to make something work. We're gonna have to figure it out. But like I said, there's a little bit, maybe about another 7 to 8 minute walk down river. There's a little bit of an opening down there, so maybe I'll have to check over there, try that spot. We'll have to see. I mean, I'm gonna get a fish today, so, and I'm gonna try to make sure I stay live the whole time I'm fishing, so I'll have to set it up somewhere that makes it work. So we'll see how it goes. But as of right now, we've only caught 2. We've been out here in almost an hour and 30 minutes and been getting snagged. It is not the best spot. Not the best spot. A lot of people say they hate Jones Point. I'm getting snagged here more. I never get snagged at Jones Point. This spot right here is tearing me up. Luckily, I brought, look, my backpack is heavy because I brought a whole bunch of weights. So luckily I did because, oh man, I would probably be having to make a trip back to the car or something with how many weights I've already lost. But hey, so hopefully we get at least a couple bites here in a minute. We'll see. If not, we're moving. Has you set up over there yet? Hopefully the fish are biting down there. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to. Might have to move a little bit down river. I don't know, because like I said, the further I go down, I think there's less snags. But just haven't caught as many big ones towards that area. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But I'm curious how it is down there. If the bite is on or if it's slow like up here. I mean, like I said, it's not too slow. At least we caught 2 fish, but it's slow. Let's see. Oh man. You're almost there now? Okay, man. Hopefully, look, there's some good fish this past weekend. I'm hoping it's just not a dead day, man. I'm hoping that you at least get some monsters over there. If you do, I might just have to start coming down river or something. We'll see. Like I said, I'm not gonna be married to this spot. I mean, it is what it is. I wanted to try it out. I'm fishing it. I couldn't go on camera exact spot that I wanted to go, but I mean, like I said, we'll just see how we'll play it by ear and just kind of. I'm gonna try to not give up on it too quickly. Even though it's been an hour and a half, like I said, we've caught 2 fish, but the current has my rods bouncing around. Had a little bit of drag pulling out. I couldn't tell if it was a bite or if I'm just still getting hit by current. We'll see, but yeah, so I don't know. Like I said, I probably will give it a little bit longer here, and then I might have to either move around in this area or pack it up and go somewhere else. Worst case scenario, I'll just go hit my usual spot, go hit Jones and see if the big boys are out over there. Because I mean, I've seen big fish being caught everywhere, not just up in the upper Potomac. So I mean, they've been biting everywhere. So hopefully it's just the bite is on today. What's going on? What's going on? Dirty Dan Gaming, how's it going? Appreciate you stopping by. It's going slow. The fish are not biting that great today, but and then my buddy, he's been throwing out new baits nonstop. He's reeling in right now. But what do you got, trash? The current is moving so much. He got a whole bunch of trash on his line. Oh my gosh. He got leaves all over his line, dragging his line down. Maybe that's why I don't see that much stuff moving in the water, but it's probably under the water. Like I said, I mean, this spot is not panning out that great, so we might have to move. It is what it is. I tried someplace new. Couldn't set up, like I said, at the exact spot, but hey. What is it, all leaves? Yeah. I mean, it's not even like there's anything on top of the water, so it must just be must be a lot of trash moving under the water. Yeah, there's a lot of trash under the water. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, we might have to change spots in a little bit. We'll see. What's going on, Ernie? Appreciate you coming in. Let me tell you something. It's a tough one at this spot. Trying a new spot out, it is tough. This is one of the only spots I can actually set up my camera. So man, it definitely is limiting me. But like I said, we caught in this spot. It's me and a buddy of mine. We caught 2 fish. I've caught 0. He's caught 2, both on mullet. Biggest was a little bit over, like maybe about 24 pounds, I think is what Chunky said. It looked like 24 to 28, somewhere around that range. But decent sized fish. 2 fish. They were both early on in the stream. Yeah, the water is warming up. Let me tell you something. It's been getting hotter and hotter. I'm almost to the point I'm at to take this off because on the hike up I needed it, but it's still cool enough to the point where I could wear this and I'm not hot. But I definitely am gonna have to take this off soon because it is warming up. I'm just debating, do I take it off now? Because if I'm gonna move and hike, I don't want to take it off and carry it, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to see. So because if we're gonna move, I ain't trying to less stuff in my hands, the better. Because this little hike is treacherous. There's a lot of places that you could fall and bust your head open. So definitely don't want that. And, if I got more stuff in my hands, less way to catch myself. But, yeah, it is definitely warming up. So hopefully as the water warms up, like you said, hopefully the bite picks up. That's the goal. Like I said, when we first got here, we had a lot of, even though I had, like I said, it was not catfish biting mine because you could see the marks all over it from the gar ripping it up. But I had gar bites earlier, 2 fish, both caught by Anwar, but we'll see how it goes. And then this area does have a lot of current, so there is a lot of current here. It's more so like fishing. There's falls not near here. There's a lot of rapids, so it's more so like fishing near Fletcher's, upper Fletcher's, because the current is really strong there. It's basically like fishing upper Fletcher's. So it has been getting snagged up a bit, even though in the area that we're at is a lot calmer. But there seems to be a lot of snags out here. On the reel in earlier, after I wanted to switch out my bait, on the reel in, I got snagged close to shore, literally right next to shore, but it was too deep to the point where I couldn't even, it's not like I could get my stuff out. So it was lost, but already lost some gear out here for sure. I for sure thought when I was gonna go live today, I was like, oh man, with all the reports from this past weekend, I was like, if it carries over to this Monday, it's gonna be a good day, but it has not been a great day. Oh man, but at least it's nice outside. I can't complain. The spot's not the greatest spot to fish, but it's a good day. I mean, I'm glad to be outside. Like I said, just because I'm not catching tons of fish yet doesn't mean I'm not gonna pull out a monster. So this spot is known for monsters. So my only fish of the day might be some 50-pounder plus, and if that's the case, I'll be happy with that. I'm not too worried. I'd rather catch a 50 than a whole bunch of 10s. But that's just me personally. So we'll see how it goes. I got the sun. The sun's changing directions. It's a little bit over here now. It was further this way. So further this way. Now it's over here. Might have to switch up the camera location in the next hour or so. We'll see how it looks. But definitely no movement right now. Your rod's moving a lot? That's how mine looked, but it was like, I don't know if it's the current or if it's trash on the bottom. You think it's a bite? I mean, that's how I thought mine was too, but I mean, it definitely wasn't a bite. Mine was current for sure. Yeah, I mean, if it's a bite, you'll find out here in a minute. He might be getting a bite right now. We'll see. Be the first bite we've had in a while, so that'll be good. Maybe the bite we picking up, we'll find out. Like I said, I might have to change my location because the area where I'm casting out of is horrible. It's hard to cast. Too many trees all over the place, but it was one of the only places I kind of could set up my camera equipment with a good distance from the rods. So yeah, that was kind of how I had to do it. Is it like pulling, or you think is it current? Which one? Come on, man. Oh my gosh. You said the fish is playing with it? It could be a gar. I mean, that's what was messing with mine earlier. Is there anything besides catfish? Yeah, there's gar, there's bass, there's snakeheads, there's what else? Pretty sure there's crappie up here. Where am I fishing? Upper Potomac. I am Upper Potomac, above Fletcher's Cove, so further up DC. I am not on Virginia side. I guess this is considered Maryland over here, so I'm on Maryland side. But yeah, further up, Upper Potomac, in the falls, in the fast-moving current water. A lot of big fish caught up here, so we'll see how it goes. But so far, it's not the greatest, but we'll see. Hopefully that changes here in a little bit. Like I said, we went live kind of early today. Just wanted to get out the way and get it set up. I was gonna wait to see if we got a bite, but I was like, let's just go live and do it. I think it's trash because my stuff is it's probably more trash because mine, it's trash in the current, man. It's definitely warming up out here. I might take this off, but I gotta see if I'm gonna switch spots first. I don't want to carry this thing around, hike it around. So I'm like, I'm trying to see if we're gonna get any more bites over here before we move. But definitely the current has two of my, like both rods I got casted further out, they're definitely getting moved around by current a bit. So, but I mean, that's where all the bites were coming from earlier. From inside the on the channel side in the current. So we kind of got to play this by ear and see what we're going to do. Yeah, I'm definitely getting a lot of rod movement because of the water. Hopefully I'm not stuck again. If I am, we definitely moving. We are definitely moving. I'm definitely moving if I'm stuck again, for sure. Because I'm definitely not going to be donating gear all day in this spot. These rods right here definitely are, the action on them is completely different compared to my surf rods because they definitely move a lot more in current for sure. I haven't been using these rods too much, so it's definitely it's a switch changing up to different rods. Like I said, most of the time, a lot of people that know me, I'm using my surf rods, trying to hit deeper water, deeper holes, looking for the big fish. So that's why I usually run surf rods to get longer casts. This area of the river, it was, you know, it's kind of a hike, so that's one reason why I didn't want to bring them. Plus, they're less visible. So for my first live stream, until I could do something about the visibility of those rods, I definitely didn't want to use them because they're all black. But this current right here definitely has these rods moving quite a bit. Like I said, hopefully I don't get stuck again, but definitely has a lot of movement on my rods. And I'm using bigger weights too. So most of the weights I'm using are 6 ounce, and then some are 8 ounce because of the current. What is he saying? Swamp donkey. You said I see him catching a 50-pound flathead. I mean a big flathead. Yes, Chunky was saying he sees me catching a huge flathead over here too. There are a lot of flatheads here, so I don't know. We'll see if they. I haven't seen anybody really catching any recently during these colder months, but yeah, I mean it's definitely a possibility. There are a lot of flatheads here, so we'll see what happens. It'd be nice to catch one. So. Well, like I said, with all the current and then the location I'm at, it wasn't ideal. So I might be moving here soon to try to select a better location if I could find one. We will see. Definitely Virginia side of this area of the river is a lot flatter, more even terrain. This side of the river is rocky. Yeah, no, this is a great spot for flats. There are a lot of flatheads that get caught over in this location, so there is definitely a possibility for that. It's like now that it's starting to warm up, we got people hiking out here now. There's a little hiking trail not that far from here where we're at. We're coming up on almost 2 hours. Hour and 45. What do you think? How much longer you want to give this spot before we try to change spots? You want to give it another hour? So the current, you can't really see it from right here. Like this is the shoreline. From in your view, the current is kind of back, way back here, kind of towards the back. Up here is where the main channel is, like kind of like towards the upper portion of my head, right? Bam, there. It's kind of hard for to see from this view, but there's a lot of fast current right there. Further up river, there is legit falls, like there's rapids. So I mean, the water is faster here. I mean, if you're using anything less than probably 6 ounces, you will not be able to secure your bait. So we are using bigger weights here, 6 and 8 ounces. Anything less, using no rolls and pyramid sinkers. It looks like lake current to me. Okay, so for the Potomac River, this area is definitely faster. Yeah, I mean, but you can't really see it in this. I'd have to pull everything around. I'll show, if we go ahead and move spots before I move, I'm gonna definitely pick up the camera and show the current and show where it is. But yeah, I mean, because like I said, I'm on like an incline right here, so it's kind of hard to move my equipment around. But you could kind of, I see what you're saying. You could kind of barely see the back of the river right there. But yeah, it's not extremely bad at this location. I mean, it's moving. Like I said, just to give for reference, I mean, if you put anything under 6 ounces, your weight's going all the way down river. I'll say it like that, or it's gonna push you all over the place. So if you have anything under 6, you're not fishing here. So And then on top of that, it's really rocky so far, it seems. It's definitely a lot of rocks on the bottom of this location, not a mud bottom like other portions of the Potomac. A lot of the Potomac has a lot of mud on the bottom. This is a lot of bedrock. This is in the gold mining areas. You said under the tree. It's real shallow right there. I mean, I can literally see the bottom of the water right here. We're in all shallow water right through this little cove. It's like a little cove right through here. And then further out past all these rocks is where it gets deeper. You can literally see the bottom. You can see the bottom all through this whole section right here. I mean, it's shallows. You can see everything. So there's definitely, I mean, if there was a fisher, I mean, I'd see him swimming around, but. And then like we said, I do have one bait that's further in. All the baits that have been hit have been from out in the current, on the channel side. No baits from out of the channel, no baits have been hit out of the channel side yet. So we'll see, but like I said, I'm probably gonna go ahead and pack it up here in a couple minutes and move it to another location. We'll see, what does somebody say? But yeah, I'm probably gonna move to another location here soon. Like I said, I just gotta figure out where I'm gonna set up because there is not a lot of bank spots to fish here. But I definitely do not like the way I have to cast in this location. So for baits, we're using shad, fresh shad, and we're using Anwar's using mullet. Mullet is called all the fish so far, but mullet is not working right now, so the bite just died. We were getting a lot of bites right when we first got here. Like I said, we only caught 2 fish, but we did get bites when we first got here. I was getting bites. Mine were all gar bites though, unfortunately. We got some kids running through here now. People on their hikes. They're like coming all the way down here off the trail. So, but like I said, probably will definitely be changing spots for sure. Anwar, any more taps over there? Nah, I think that's the current and probably trash underneath. Probably more leaves moving. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because mine are getting like, it's just getting current movement. The only one that's not moving is the one that's not in the current. Other than that, the 2 that are in the channel are moving a lot. So like I said, we might just have to switch up spots. Hey, does Navionics work in this location? Does Navionics work in this location? Huh? Because I thought last time we looked, it didn't really show it. We're gonna check. I don't think it does. Most of this area is not really, it's mainly a kayak area. It's Upper Potomac. It's a lot of rapids. There are a lot of deep pockets here. Boats don't really go up here, so I don't think they have it mapped out. Like I said, even you barely even see kayaks up here because it's so hard to get a boat in this location. But even hard to get a kayak. I mean, there's no real places to drop it off. I know further downstream I've seen some kayaks, but up here I have not. Even though there are houses along the river not that far from here, so and they got like they got stairs going down the kind of like the hills and the mountains down to the water. They don't even have boats or docks or anything out here, nothing like that. Does it show Navionics working over here? What does it say? Between what? So he's saying Navionics say that the depth here is between 18 and 120 feet. So, I mean, there are a lot of deep spots here. There's some spots here that I know that I've casted in further down closer to the bridge that are guaranteed 80 feet deep. But kind of closer towards Donkey Island area. But that is kind of far away. But yeah, there are deep holes here. I don't know about 120 feet over here. I mean, maybe somewhere, I don't know, but I definitely did not cast into 100. So, but, and even the holes that I casted in, it does not feel deeper like you, when you're at Donkey Island area. Some of the areas over there, they get pretty deep. Like the water there, you feel your baits dropping for quite a bit. Definitely not like that over here. So, but what are you thinking? On that side, yeah. Yeah, it doesn't show this exact location. Closer towards the bridge. Yeah. But I mean, like I said, I'm thinking about packing it up and trying to find another spot. Yeah, they call it Donkey Island for donkey catfish. Oh man, we're probably gonna move here again. I'm probably gonna end this stream and start another one up because I can't really hike with the camera live over in this area. But we're thinking about switching the spot up. Hopefully I can find another shore spot. If I can't find another shore spot here, I will go live, but maybe in more of one of my normal locations, not out here. So probably about to pack it up here in a second. What do you think? Do you see any locations over there that we can hit the bank and actually set up? It's like all the way down there though, right? That wasn't even the whole point of fishing this area though. That's the problem with this area. If I want to go live, I can't really set up like where we want to fish. I thought that there'd be more bank than this. Nah, we ain't having you hold no camera the whole time, especially that's gonna be, like I said, we might just have to, I don't know what the game plan is. I'm not trying to go down that way. And then if we go there, we got to get all the way in the car. If I'm gonna drive somewhere else, I might as well go down towards Fletcher's. Yeah, why would I mean, because then I could bring the whole cart, I could bring the whole setup. What's going on, everyone? Sorry, we're just trying to figure out what we're gonna do. We've caught some decent fish here, but this spot has not been the greatest. Like I said, this is a good area to fish, but the area that I'm at is not like where I can actually set up the camera is not the greatest. Have we had any luck? Not since the first two fish at the beginning of the stream. We've had more snags than fish. He said, yo, you offered to hold the camera for a live. He said that's a real one. Yeah, my man said he's gonna hold the camera the whole time while I'm live. All right, I got you, man. Look, the live stream would be wobbly too. It'd be a wobbly live stream, but you would get to see me. Oh man, yeah, we're not doing that because we gotta have all our poles in the water. We gotta have all the poles in the water. I don't know. What do you think? It's time to move. I mean, what did you catch earlier in the stream? So my buddy caught probably about a 5 to 10 pounder in a 24 pound range, 24 to 28, somewhere around there. So not too bad. I mean, we caught some decent fish, but it is not hitting like we were hoping. And the area that we could set up in and actually go live, it is not the great spot. So that's what I'm thinking. I think they're in the channel, but like from this location, like the way I'm casting, I'm getting snagged up because I can't cast at an angle. Yeah, we might just have to test further up. But too far up, we're in the rapids. So, I mean, yeah, maybe the rapids is where it's at. All right, guys, what I'm about to do is I'm about to end the live stream here in a second. I'm going to go ahead and end this. And we are going to go ahead and pack it up and try to see where else in this location we can hit. If not, I might move. I know Haz is further down from Fletcher's. We might try further up from him, a little bit more downriver from where I'm currently at, maybe in the Fletcher's area, and see how that's going. But I'm gonna try to stay in this location, just relocate it. Like I said, I cannot carry the camera and stay live while I'm moving in this location. It's really slippery and a lot of rocks, but I'll be back live here as soon as I can find another location, or if something happens while I'm starting to reel them in. But yeah, so I'll go ahead and get back here live in a little bit. But I appreciate everybody for joining in. Like I said, we're gonna move locations, and I'll be back shortly. So if you can, hit the bell and you can come check us back out in here, probably about hopefully like 20 minutes max, depending on how much the walk is. Appreciate everybody. Thanks.